Welcome.
Hello.
Happy December.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Our December theme is celebrate because it's what we want more of in our lives. So it's just a little reminder. This is the month for it.
I can't believe there's this much left in the map. There's,
2 pages.
yeah, it's like tiny. It's wild.
Um, in the chat, I would love to hear what are you celebrating this month? What does celebration look like for you? Um, I would love to know that in the chat. Say hello. We're all here together. This is a big session. I'm really excited about it.
Me too. I know if you were like, what is an artist timeline? Well, you're gonna find out.
It was made up by Jamie, but it's still worth your time. It's very good.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We're so glad you're here. We just really appreciate you taking the time to celebrate yourself, your art career, and to do it in this community-oriented space. It's just a really special place on the internet, and we're glad to share an hour with you. So thank you.
And all these sessions are recorded, so they live on the network to watch the replays. We're going to use the chat throughout this whole session. Make sure you share your pronouns. It's really important. And if you definitely want to be in a Zoom breakout room, just put double exclamation mark beside your name. Everyone gets in one, so if you don't know how to do that, not to worry. And if you are visiting us as a first time to Art and Tea, welcome, welcome. We're so excited to have you in this amazing community.
Yes, thank you for joining us today. We stick around after every Art and Tea and do something called Boost Group. It's where we basically all post on social media and we go find each other's posts and we share some love with each other. It's a really fun way to kind of take the connection a little bit further to see what people are up to on social media. And we try to chat while we're doing that. So there's a little bit of multitasking that happens. Sometimes we share tips about what's going on with social media. Sometimes we share gripes, things that we dislike. So you never know what you're going to get with Boost Group.
Positivity or negativity, both are fun. There's a place for both, I will say.
Yes.
Our podcast, again, as a big belief we have, which is looking back to help you move forward. And that's what we're doing today as a community. But this episode is kind of the benefits of doing that. So you're already doing it. Episode 57.
And if you're here because you maybe are new to the community or you're just kind of checking things out, you may have downloaded our toolkit. We shared a new toolkit that will help you kind of get your head wrapped around these 3 free sessions that we're offering last week, this week, and next week. And this is just a way for you all to better understand who we are and what we're doing, and just these are some of our favorite sessions, so we wanted to share them with you.
And the Thriving Artist Map is what we run the whole year with, and we're just wrapping up the map from this year. The 2024 is available, so you can get yours. There's 2 ways to get yours. As a member, you can get this on the network. So in the next slide, I'll show you exactly where you get that. It's under the Art and Tea Tuesdays, and you'll see the new 2024 digital download. That's for, as a member, it's free for you. And the other is to purchase your hard copy from our website. It's $55, or we have a printable PDF, but as a member, that's what you get. So the reason why other people might just buy this, even if they're not a member, is because it is a studio guide. So all of the worksheets can be done whether you're part of the community or not, which is really exciting. But I think there's a lot more accountability and commitment by coming here every Tuesday, and it's a lot more fun. So that is how you can get your map for 2024.
All right. Well, I am proud to share our member spotlight for today. I'm not sure if Rachel is on the call today, but Rachel is actually in my crit crew. She's an amazing artist, caregiver out in the San Francisco Bay Area, and she works with textiles, and has a really interesting practice that combines textiles latex, which is something I've never worked with. So I've been learning a lot from Rachel, and ceramics. Rachel was born and raised in the UK and moved to the Bay Area in 2011. She currently lives in San Francisco with her partner and 3 children. Her work is a dialogue between color and abstraction using a range of materials, including latex, clay, and fiber, as I shared. I just love Rachel's practice, how multifaceted and multimedia based it is. And she is just a lovely, lovely, lovely artist. She's contributed so much to our Crit Crew, and it's been really fun to get to know her and her work. So make sure you give Rachel a shout out, connect with her, send her a little message on Instagram, let her know that you saw her work on TTN, and give her a follow.
Yeah, awesome. I love the texture, and yeah, that's so great. So we're going to go into breakout rooms, which are small rooms of other artists. If you've never done this before, it's a great way to connect. If you're feeling a little nervous, don't be. Everyone is so friendly. And we're going to take the time to share our name, our pronouns, where we're located, what kind of work we do. It's a great time to pull up Instagram and have a look. If you go into a breakout room and no one's there, or you're just not sure you're supposed to be there, and you aren't sure, just come out to this main room and Kaylin can put you somewhere else. She's behind the machine of Zoom making these groups happen. And if you don't want to be in a breakout room, just keep yourself muted and don't accept the invite you're going to get that's going to pop up for you. So yeah, we take 5 minutes. It goes really quick, but it's a great little warm up before we dive into some great content today. So
All
yeah,
right.
so you're going to get your invite and click join if you're ready to go. Good job, Kaylin. Jessica, you have a pretty tree behind you. I like that the lights are moving.
Welcome back. Hope that was a good
All
time to
right.
connect. Yay.
Great. So today we're December 5th building our artist timeline, which is sort of looking at our career as a whole, which is really exciting. And then next week, we're looking at sort of this year and celebrating together. So that's kind of what we have coming up. And of course, last week was all about goal setting and planning. So we did a big goal brain dump. And then we asked people on the network to share 2 big goals. So as we're sharing this, we'd love to hear in the chat from you if you've had time to think about what is a big goal you have for 2024. What's like a big dream? You don't know how it's going to happen yet, but you're really excited. It could be anything you want. So we'd love to see that in the chat. And I'm going to start with Amy. So her big goals for 2024 is to host a small group taking up space show. So that is the program we do in the spring. And we asked members to take up space in their community, and it's in her sunroom, which I love that. We have so many different locations for that program. And number 2 is participate in one craft show towards the end of 2024. I love that she's already planning for that.
I love it. Anna also shared about wanting to organize a touch show with another member, Lisa Benson, and local folks in the Boston area. I feel like the Boston area has such a strong showing for the Taking Up Space exhibition program that you guys just have to carry that mantle forward and make 2024 another great year with a big show. So good luck to you guys with that. Another one of Anna's personal goals is to connect with other artists interested in climate action and environmental sustainability in their creative practice, maybe starting an artist collective or another crit group that's kind of focused around that. Anna is actually another awesome artist in my crit crew this fall, and it's been a pleasure to get to know her and her work. So can't wait to see where those goals take you, Anna. Yay.
Awesome. And in the chat, we have everything from, launching a website, applying for grad school, doing more test shows, creating local community, a studio space with a door, which I think is very important. I love that.
Yes.
And then Alex says creating a new body of work, mixed media paintings based on collages I've made during the fall virtual art residency. I love that. I love when that can be a jumping off point, and to apply for a lot of residencies for 2024. And if I don't get one, then do a week workshop somewhere beautiful. I love that. So having options and ideas. And again, I will need to sell small work to support either of these ideas. So I love that we have a why to why we want to get our work out in the world and create our business. So great. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, today, again, we are doing an activity where we're actually building our artist timeline. We're going to be looking back to kind of ground us in where we want to go. We really believe in this practice of like couching our future selves and our future goals in this experience of reflecting on how far we've come. And so you can use the Thriving Artist Map if you have access to that, if you've printed it, and it's something that you have access to. We're going to be using pages 128 and 129 in the map at the very end of the map. And if you don't have the map, feel free to just write on a piece of paper, kind of the activity that we're going to be sharing. The map is definitely not essential to participate in this. So
great. Okay, so I did this activity for my crit crew that I led, because we were supposed to sort of share about our work. And I think sometimes we forget often how far we've come. And so I wanted to really ask my group to look back using years, because we often think about goals and we often think about goals we didn't do or the list of things that didn't get done. And so I wanted our group to go back year by year, and it was really powerful. So what we did is starting at 2017, and if you weren't making art the way you are right now, you were probably doing something. Maybe you were thinking about how you wanted to be an artist. Maybe anything you want to put in that little box is just, what was that time like for you? If you were fully making art, this is a great time to write down actual dates of things. Like, I had a March show, I was making this type of work. I go back around this time and I was making very abstract work. So the type of your work is really interesting. Nothing is too big or too small. These boxes aren't very big, and I really encourage you to fill them. It could be how you were feeling about work, but it also could be actual, pieces that were made, shows that were done. What I ended up doing with this activity is we did this, and then we showed images based on these series, and it was amazing to see the growth. And then you could use this as sort of a newsletter of like, look at the journey of my work. You could put this on Instagram. It could just be for yourself to see how far you've come. And you can continue to add over time. We probably won't get through this. I had to use a calendar, and I had to use my photos to kind of go back and even remember what was happening in 2017. If you can't answer that, it's totally fine. This is just to get you thinking and sort of to enjoy looking back and seeing your growth here. So there's boxes, and if you're using a journal, just put the dates and start writing. If you have the map, fill the box and really, put your mind back to who you were at 2017. You'll see this just goes to 2022, because next week we're going to kind of finish off with like, what was this year like? We're going to wrap up the year. So last week we did what we want to happen, what's coming, what's the future. Now we're really like looking back at our career, and the hope is that we are really taking the time to see what our career has brought to us. And then next week it's sort of, let's wrap up and reflect on what's happened. Anything to add to that, Kaylin?
No, just remember, like, these are all just suggestions. There's no right or wrong way to do, this activity. Just take it as inspiration and really just use these next 10 minutes to reflect however you need to. But I'm really excited to do this myself personally. And thank God for digital phones so we can look back easily. That's all I have to say.
And my calendar was really
Digital
helpful
calendar.
for this.
Yes.
If you have any questions, I'll be in the chat, keep having a look. So start writing, and I really highly doubt you'll get this done. So don't stress, just do as much as you can and add to it this week.
All right, enjoy 10 minutes. Okay, so you probably are not done, and that's okay. Again, we're kind of teaching you a method here and giving you a good starting point. However, 10 minutes is the longest writing time we've ever given.
Been
So
able to
we
get
tried. We really tried. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'll let you
We
go.
have a reflection page, and the idea is sort of, yeah, to like take you out of this is a time of year where it's very like, what did you accomplish this year and what's coming up next year? And we're kind of putting this, you know, time, and you might have a season where it was a really difficult year or just a busy year. Like I had a baby. So this year isn't that exciting for me to say all the amazing art things I did. But when I look over where I am now as an artist over the last 6 years, it's pretty huge. And I'm very, very proud of that. So, over the last 6 years, when you look back, what my artwork has what developed, has shifted, has inspired me, whatever you want to fill in the blank. These are very open ended for you to have fun with. My art concepts have, mine have changed drastically, which I think is so interesting to think about. My studio practice has, my art business has. And then looking at my artist timeline, I'm most surprised about, I am most proud of, and I'm most excited about. So these are stream of consciousness quick writing prompts because we're going to share them in small groups. So we have about 4 minutes and just write what comes to mind and enjoy it.
All right. There are some great reflections in the chat. So
Yes.
wonderful to see you all realize like how much growth you've had and how confident you have become. And if you're for some reason feeling a little defeated by this activity, that's okay too. Because sometimes looking back, doesn't give us the warm and fuzzy vibes, but we certainly hope that this time of reflection has been insightful either way.
Yeah, and it also can be a time of reflecting that it's been really hard and it's that's okay too, and it's to give yourself some credit and some grace. We are going to have time for breakout rooms and take this time to talk to other artists, and it's so important to get out of our own head and our own obstacles sometimes we put in front of ourselves and get inspired by other people. So really heading into these rooms with that generous spirit is really important. So we have about 15 minutes, and use this time to share how your artwork has changed over the years or your art concepts. What are you surprised about and what are you proud about? You might not get through all of that. Remember, when you're going through, ask one question, everyone answer. Ask another question, everyone answer. It makes it so it's not just a monologue and more of a conversation. And you don't have to get through all of this. You want to just take this time to really, connect and have and see how people's have changed. It's going to connect you more to their work and who they are, which is exciting. Yeah, so your your invite's gonna come up. Anything to add, Kaylin?
Nope, just as a reminder, if you weren't in a room before, just give me a second to let me see how the rooms shake out and I'll get you assigned into one.
Yes, and if something's not right, just come back to this main room and we'll sort you out.
All right, welcome back. Welcome.
All right. Yeah, any reflections in the chat? Let us know how it went with your group. Oh my gosh, Jessica, now you have a dog and you just have the best stuff going on right now. It's like a Christmas card over there. Okay. Sorry, getting distracted. It's the shiny lights. Just can't concentrate. So again, we encourage you to take everything that we do together here and go to the network and connect even more. There's lots of members on there that show up on the network, and so it's a great place to share how reflection helps you move forward as an artist. How has this helped you? And I just love reading the conversations that happen there.
Yeah, so we just want to remind you, if you are new here, that this whole space is kind of our dream scenario where we provide a lot of what artists need in terms of a supportive environment where you're getting that accountability, you're getting exhibition opportunities, you're getting an artist community, you're getting reminders of studio time through our art residency programs. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that we offer, including sessions like this every week. And we would love to welcome you onto the network. If you're interested in joining us, feel free to reach out, or you can go.
I love this graph. Sorry, Kaylin, that you made. Kaylin made this graphic because I think it's important even for like our current members, if you've been with us for a long time, to kind of see how, if you go back to the other slide, Kaylin, like this is how Kaylin and I make programming. We basically write down like everything that's important, and that is the Thriving Artist Map. Is how can we help support you all in your journey, and then from here we go to the next slide, which is then how do we create programming to make that happen. So just wanted to share because it's something we spend so much time on, and we hope that it's what makes this community such a magical place.
Yes, because artists are very multidimensional, and that's what this graphic was trying to show. We have a lot of needs, so
we are a needy bunch, and we're
yes.
okay with that.
So you can actually join us by heading to thrivetogethernetwork.com/challenge and watch a video that kind of shares more information about membership and complete the challenge to join us for 2024. We would love to connect with you. Yeah, thanks so much for choosing community over competition and just taking this space for yourself today. It's really hard work to reflect and to pull up kind of those memories and really think through like how we've grown and changed. But we just believe it's so powerful. So that's why we keep bringing content like this to you guys. Next week is actually our last Art and Tea of 2023, which is crazy.
Woo!
We're going to be reflecting on 2023 more specifically, and also doing a lot of sharing and celebrating and kind of affirming whatever kind of year you've had with each other. So we definitely would love for you to join us for that. Have a great week, and we hope to see you next week. Another open session, so feel free to invite a friend. And if you're sticking around for Boost Group, we're going to start that now, which is our social media fun time. Have those
Yeah. If you
ever
have to
been
go,
uttered?
have a great
Listening.
week. If you have to leave, if you're staying, buckle up.
Okay.
All
Sounds like
right.
everyone had a good time in their breakout rooms too. I'm seeing lots of
Yes,
comments.
the chat got very wild. People were very
Yes.
excited, which is
So
what we
good.
want. We want that energy.
All right. Well, Boost Group, we are here to talk about social media, but mostly to find each other on social media, on Instagram, and to spread some love. So we tried this for the first time last week, where we're using a specific hashtag, but really the goal here is to post. You can post like right now, or you may have posted something recently within the last couple days. You're going to change your Zoom name to your Instagram handle so we know where to find you. When you have posted, you can comment done in the chat, and then the chat kind of becomes this like running list of all of our Instagram handles, so people can go and find you there, or they can look at your Instagram name. When I stop sharing the screen, you're going to be able to see everybody's videos, see video screens, so you'll be able to see the Zoom names there. So basically you're just gonna go find each other and spread some love, comment, like, and save posts from other members. And as I started this spiel with last week, we actually used a specific hashtag just for today. And it seemed to work because you could actually go to the hashtag and just find everybody there. So this is still kind of in experimental mode, but we have put the hashtag on the screen here. It's hashtag TTN Challenge DEC 5 for December 5th. I will type that in the chat after I stop sharing my screen, but you're welcome to
I'll do that. So it's in there.
Okay, great. I think I covered it all. No song because April's not here and I refuse to sing when April's not here. So that's it.
And protest, so she better show up soon. She's moving literally today, so we'll cut her some slack, but
nope, no slack. No slack for April.
Okay, there are posts in the hashtag and there's more being added as we go.
It's working.
Yes.
So exciting. So exciting.
Yeah, this is a great addition.
December.
It only took us a year and a half. Well, actually, no, we used the hashtag before and it actually worked. So I will take that back.
Yeah, it's Instagram's fault. What was our hashtag last week? TTN Challenge November 28th or 29th?
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's next year's. How come I can't find last week's? I was trying to go to that to just see like what that was like right now.
You can't get to it?
No. Like I go TTN Challenge NOV 28 and it says no results found. What the heck?
Let me try. Are you spelling everything right?
Oh no, I did it again. TNN
Oh gosh.
challenge. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry, guys. TTN. I'm just curious to see, like,
Yeah, they're all
did
there.
it switch to the top posts or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it did.
So not everybody's post is in there. So we have really figured this out, you guys. It only
Yeah,
lasts for a
there's
day. It's like this magical space.
yeah, and it's kind of weird the way it
Oh yeah.
populates now.
So
Do you see
there's
that?
9, 6, 12,
Yeah.
18, 24,
I wonder why it's like getting rid of
38.
things.
There's like 38 posts in there. So maybe they're all in there. Like how many people were at Boost Group last week?
I
Probably
don't know. It felt
about
like more than
40.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but maybe not.
I don't know. We're gonna have to keep experimenting.
Ooh, I'm watching a good reel by Alexa. The whole
So I have a
process.
question.
You
Do you
got
you
it.
guys have said that it helps to have, sorry, my video's on to save it? Is that also helps boost it? Like if you put it in like a little in a saved folder?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Supposedly,
This is
Okay.
what at one time, who knows if it's still the thing. If
Right.
you
Maybe
if
last week it
you
worked.
exactly like if you like it, comment, and then save it. And what I have is like I have a TTN challenge like folder that I put
Yeah.
the post into.
Mhm.
It made a difference, but like who's to say? So if you're not saving it, it's okay.
Okay.
We won't be mad at you. Um, but again, it's like it changes. Now I
Yeah,
heard
that's
if
what I
you
did. I made a folder like that too. So just
yeah,
easy to do
if
that.
you like
Okay.
it and then you like go like this 3 times, the algorithm's watching you and then it's like, oh, this girl knows what she's doing. So that's what I heard recently. And I'm
who
kidding. You
can
don't need to do that.
I'm seeing somebody new. I just want to know who you are. This is lover.com. Who is that? It's like
It's
an
me.
art.
I'm
Sheena?
Sheena. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about your artist space and publication. I want to hear more about this.
Is my I can't I
Yes.
don't am I here? Oh hi. So
Hey.
I'm doing a story on Aparajita because I live in Pune
Oh,
in India.
Oh yeah.
yay.
And she just had a show with Elaine
Yes.
um, at Angelica Kaufman. So I found out about this space through her. And
Awesome.
then I came last week and I bought the map.
Oh, amazing.
Anyway, so I run a little India focused magazine,
I
or
love
South
it.
Asia focused magazine. And then I make art also. So I don't know. The post that I posted just now, I've linked my other account.
That's
Um,
okay. I just
but
was like, who, well, I loved the ceramics and I was like, who is this? Is this really somebody who's like on the call? Because they're like a curator and they have this beautiful magazine. And so I was just like, sorry to call you out, but I just wanted to know.
no
But everybody
problem.
go follow thisislover.com and learn
Yeah.
more about amazing Indian artists that Sheena's sharing. Thank you, Sheena.
You.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah. Sorry. See, I might call you guys out once I see your work in here. Oh, it's so cool, Shauna. I love that circular piece.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It's going to New York. So
Amazing. Congrats.
Donna, I saw that your goal was to start your oh my gosh.
the VR piece,
Thank you. I was like virtual. Yeah, the VR.
reality.
Yeah, I'm living in a virtual reality of no sleep.
Totally.
So yes, that's awesome. This is the year.
Oh yeah, it's very daunting. It feels scary, but one step at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't Instagram so weird? Like I just commented on Carolyn Garcia's work because I don't know, it's like you see things in like this little snapshot and like my comment was, "Oh my gosh, your work is progressing so fast, Carolyn." Like it's just like I just see this like growth, but then I know as an artist you're like it's so slow. It never, nothing ever changes. And then it's just such this weird like experience to see, it's like when you see other people's kids like just through like Instagram and you're like, whoa, how is your kid like out of diapers and has braces? And like, it's just like very weird.
And then you speak to the parent
Yeah.
and you're like, it has not gone quickly at all.
No, very slow.
I was thinking about it recently because I'm in it right now is I think it's Jerry Schultz. Is that his name? The big
Schultz,
art
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And he wrote in his book, like, or his like the famous thing where it's like a list of like 20 ways to be an artist or something. And it was like artists make good parents or like myths about artists or something. And it was artists make good parents. And it's like, he's like, I think artists make good parents because we're used to like unpaid labor. We're used to trying our hardest and getting nothing in return. Like it's like quite funny. And I just remember reading at the time and then now I'm in it and I'm like, yeah, I think we're used to things going really slow and like seeing like, 2 steps forward, 5 steps back, like all these things I've had like reflection on like with being an artist. I think expectations and like the inner critic, it's like all very much there. And so I've been thinking a lot about it. I need to find that writing piece he did.
So funny that you mentioned that. I have a friend who's an artist mother and she hates Jerry Saltz because of when he mentions parenthood or motherhood.
Oh.
Because it's like, he's not an artist and he's not a parent. He should keep his mouth shut.
Oh,
I feel like people are either
But-
love hate with him. It's like they either really love him or they really don't like him.
I mean, he's like a crazy old uncle and you just have to like kind of embrace him.
Mhm.
But-
Yeah. Yeah, that's so funny. I didn't even think of that. I like didn't even think if he was a parent or not. I was just like, yeah, I'm not going at life with a very critical eye right now. I'm like, this makes me feel nice in this moment. I will take it.
I think that's a good way to go.
Yeah, I'm like, nice.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody have any major social media revelations to share with the group?
Well, I don't know if it's a revelation, but I've noticed lately that I've been seeing people in my Instagram feed that I follow, but I haven't seen anything from them in like maybe a year or two. And so now Instagram is putting their content in front of me and I'll be like, oh, right, this person. And it's just kind of reminded me of things that I was interested in a few years ago that maybe I've moved beyond. And so has anybody else noticed that?
I've noticed that, Katina, and I've had I feel bad saying this, the pleasure of like unfollowing a few people because I'm like, why was I following this person or this account? And it's like, I noticed that, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, because I opened my feed and there was like 6 posts, all people who I was like, is this just an ad or is this somebody I actually follow? And then I like clicked on the account and it was somebody I follow. And I was like, I guess I can unfollow them because I literally have not seen anything about them in like 3 years. And it wasn't someone that I like really knew. It was just kind of, like a random person I was following.
Yeah.
And all of them also were not following me. So that was like a nice, like I unfollowed and I was like,
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't say follow back, because you kind of
Yeah.
like feel weird about that. Like, remember when we all had that moment of like, if you get followed, you have to follow back. Like it was like an exchange.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Why all of a sudden are old kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the algorithm is like shaking things up.
Yes. Well,
Very
I'm glad I'm not alone.
I don't know why it gave me joy to unfollow them, but it just felt a little bit like throwing away an old pair of socks. Like you're like, I
I would agree.
Mhm.
don't know why.
It's my favorite thing to do, to go through and unfollow people or remove followers.
Yes.
My favorite thing to do.
I like removing followers that are like obviously either trolls or AI. It's
Yep.
really fun. Some kind of weird fellow with obviously strange photos and not too many followers, but following everybody.
So you're talking about removing people who follow you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
How do
Oh,
you
yeah.
I've
do
never
that?
done that.
How do you do that? You just click on who's
Oh.
following you and like
I
look
do
at them?
that so regularly. So
Yeah.
That's so good.
All the
what,
time.
what happens
See, we always
is-
learn something.
Yes.
so what I do, the easiest thing is like it'll show up in your messages or in your, is it your message, new messages, new likes, like you'll kind of get these you got a little red dot there, so you've got new things to look at. So under there you'll see new followers. So I'll usually vet my new followers. So I'll go just quickly daily, I'll just pop
I
in,
don't see
takes like
that. Is
2
that because
minutes.
I haven't had any activity?
Okay.
Where is
So,
that?
like basically daily, I'll just pop in. Let me just see where that is.
Or if you click your followers, like click on the number under followers, and it gives you a whole list of them.
Yep.
yeah, you can do that too. The easiest thing that I like to just keep up on the new ones that come, because that's, you can go through your whole list too, but I find this is bite size and I can do it in 2 minutes. And I just go, oh, that's a new follower. I don't know who that is. Click on it. Oh, this is somebody I should follow back. I just met them at the art thing, so I'll make sure I follow them back. Or, oh, this is some weird random guy that is really, no, you can tell by his photos that this is just a troll thing. And they might end up trying to steal my info or do something weird. So I'm just gonna block them right away. Psh, get them out of there. So
If he looks like a hot pilot or like a doctor,
yeah, a doctor.
you can just, block them right away.
Too good to be true, girls.
Okay, I also just did something else for the first time. Bev, this is very inspiring. So if you go to the heart icon,
Okay.
where
Mhm.
all your likes and comments or whatever, if you hit the upper right corner where it says filter
Yeah.
and you go to follows and just select
Ooh.
that, look, it's like all the new followers are like filtered right there.
That's interesting.
So if you're not
Oh.
seeing like comments and likes, you're just seeing, like I have like the last 7 days, the last 30 days of
Oh, that's good.
who started following me. So that's like another way you could do it. Instead of kind of having to keep up with it as they come.
Because you did that, I just discovered Sugar Daddy that I didn't get rid of.
There you go.
Where was that option?
Sugar Daddy.
Where was that, Kaylin?
If you click the heart, like if you're on your like main screen, right? And you click the heart and then you click filter on the upper right. And right now I have follows selected. So when I didn't have follows selected, it looked more like that, where it was like some comments, some likes, some new
Yeah.
follows, right? If you click filter and click follows, then
I
it
just don't have the filter option on mine.
Yeah, I don't either.
don't.
No.
Yeah, it might be a Canadian thing or
Update new version, maybe? Because I've got it.
Oh,
I've got it. I'm in Canada. So
okay.
I just recently updated though. There was a bunch of things my Instagram wasn't letting me do until I updated the app. So that might,
Okay.
Okay.
You guys not have automatic updates on? Is that?
oh, I
did,
don't think I do.
Kaylin, do you have an iPhone or
Yeah.
yeah?
I have an Android. Maybe that's it.
No, I have an iPhone and mine's not showing either.
Is
Yeah,
it?
me too.
And I'm in the States.
Hmm.
No.
It's not updated. I think I have my Instagram app, just the automatic updates are on, so that's not something I usually have to do, but I know some people don't.
Mhm.
You can even filter by verified people, so I can see like the verified people, which what does that mean? People you follow. So like these are the people who I also follow who have followed me recently. This is helpful.
How did you do that? How did you do that, Kaylin?
So if you keep going in that filter,
Yeah.
like there's more options at the bottom.
Oh, this is very great.
And I haven't explored it with like comments. Like what else can you follow with
Hmm.
in the filter
They're,
with
they're
comments?
always rolling out new changes, and people don't get them all at the same time. So you might get them and then somebody else will get it, a month later. Like I just got a whole new changes the way Reels now work on my phone.
Hmm.
And I haven't figured out all this stuff yet.
This is really helpful though, if you're somebody like me who I have a very hard time keeping up with stuff on Instagram. Cause like if you go to the tags and mentions and you filter by that, I can see where people have tagged me. And like if I haven't been on there in 4 days and I've missed some stuff, maybe it's just like so much easier to go in and like respond to that. So wow.
That's
I'm
Oh,
feeling
good.
very positive about this this tool. I would definitely try updating your app maybe if you haven't
Mhm.
see if you get that.
I have a question about the verified. What experience do people have with that? Because I haven't done that.
Yeah, real quick, is anybody verified who wants to share before we wrap up? Bev, are you verified?
No, I'm really curious about that. I haven't gone through it. It just seemed like, oh, another hoop to jump through, and is this worth it?
I saw that Carolyn Garcia
Yeah, my brother helped me.
is on when I did that filter right now, when you
Yeah.
just showed that, Kaylin.
Actually, I verified like about 2 weeks ago because I was very afraid of trolls and stuff like that. I heard a podcast about it, so that's why. But I really don't know if it makes a difference.
Well, Carolyn, I've been seeing your work in my feed a lot. I don't know if that's because
Well,
of Boost
maybe
Group
that's the
or
difference.
because you're verified. I don't know.
But I don't see any major growth of following.
Do
ever
you have to
since.
pay
It
for
takes
it?
time.
Yes, it's about $16, I think,
A month,
a
right?
month. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
yeah. I'll see.
Hmm.
I'll let you know if it makes any difference.
I have a couple friends who are verified too. I might ask them and try to bring
Mhm.
that answer back next week. Let's go do our research and see.
Yeah, that would be a good conversation.
Something I've been
Has-
wondering.
I have a question.
Yes.
Has anyone ever been shadow banned before?
Oh,
Oh, are you currently?
Yeah.
seeing that?
Yeah, like anytime I use the TTN challenge hashtag, that was like my latest test, and it doesn't show up in the hashtag. And then anytime I use and all of my posts just get buried these days, and I don't know what I did. Like I don't know. I don't know how to not be.
I've been seeing a lot of people just really randomly that happening to them, and they're like, we haven't posted anything controversial. There's
Nothing.
like, I can't think of anything so this is really strange, and it could happen to any of us. So I'm glad you said something. I don't know.
Yeah. So my
What did they
hashtags
say?
aren't working, and every post I post just gets buried. I probably find like 8 of my closest friends see me, and that's probably like
That's so
it.
defeating, Alexa.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad you spoke up. I just went to find you.
Yeah,
Me
hi.
too.
I wasn't following you before, and now I
Let's
am.
go give
Your work is
Alexa
beautiful.
some love,
Yay.
everybody.
Yeah,
Like I
let's do
mean, I
it.
think I reach maybe 100 people, 100 to 200 a post, and that's pretty.
That's not what you were experiencing before.
Has anyone asked followers to favorite them so that their posts are boosted to those people?
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good
that's a
idea.
good idea.
It's kind of putting it on your followers, but at least they would have the option to see your post first.
That's actually a really great idea for just in general, because I favorite a lot of like my close friends and people because I know I need to see them often or I want to. That's a really good idea.
Your work is beautiful, Alexa.
Yes,
Hey,
we're gonna give some love on
Good
our
to
way
see
out.
you,
here,
everybody.
Alexa.
Yeah, I'm gonna share you my stories, and let me know if you get seen in there.
Cool.
Like, I hope
Thank
so.
you. Yeah, it's been so super strange.
Wow, your work is gorgeous.
If you ever find out why that happens to people, if anybody knows anything, I'd love to.
All right, friends. Well, we will see you next week for our last Art and Tea. We will do a boost group next week as well, and we'll try to come back with all the answers. But that was a good boost group. We
Yeah.
learned some things, you know, just
Bring a festive drink. Get
Ooh.
that Christmas tree background happening like Jess, you know.
Yes. Jessica, love
I
the
like
Christmas
it.
tree. All right, friends. Thanks for a great session today. Thanks, Jamie, for that wonderful activity. And we will see you next week.
Bye.